All right, I think we are live. And looks like audio is okay. So we are back making our samurai game. It's going to be kind of a samurai roguelike. Right now we've been working on some of the procedural generation for the levels. So this first kind of biome is a village level, and currently we're just generating like five um, 5 or 6 tiles, make the village map, and then currently each tile has a enemy spawner, and yeah, and then the thing that I've been working on the most recently is kind of closing off the areas where the level doesn't have a continuing piece. So right now we're still floating in the sky. I think I'm going to add maybe some more landscape to it and stuff like that, but yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. And right now I have a timer, a minute to make sure you kill off all the guys. So let's get that guy. All right, this time I think I'm gonna do it. Where are you? All right, that should have been everybody, but oh, there's one over here. There you go. And that's the reset. And then I also have added the ability to, just like in my other procedural generation thing, create like huge maps, and then we can zoom out here. You can see our procedural map. So the current challenge of trying to complete it in 1 minute would not be possible for this, but you can kind of see the variation of the village by putting the different things together. It's somewhat coherent and pretty cool. So I think a couple things that we could do once we complete the walls, and there's a couple of places where the walls are a problem, like this one here, is we can so I have a few tiles that still have these white walls, or I gotta replace them with like fences or like natural rocks or whatever. Once I do that, also I did this one with bamboo, which is pretty good. Although you can see here, this would be a problem. Yeah, we don't want the player to be able to glitch out of the thing, so maybe we'll have to clean up even more with like an invisible barrier or something like that. But yeah, one of my issues with this right now is this is pretty manual. Like I have the code to figure out whether you need walls is all based on the base class, so that's good. But then like the actual individual wall setup, super manual. So oh yeah, so the other piece that I was thinking about was, so see how we have like kind of some barrel decoration here. It would be good to have some spawning in the rooms of like different and then I don't know why I have to investigate why sometimes our AI just dies. This guy's dead. Why did they stop moving? Or did they ever start moving? That's a good question, right? But yeah, anyway, thinking about adding, I don't know if bushes would be the thing, but like adding barrels, adding pots or just like little props to the areas, and then maybe having some room variation, like maybe, you know, like how this one has the light pole and this one has a rock. Like maybe I could make those actually randomized, so then when we, you know, generate a bunch of these rooms, you could have like a little bit of variation. Like they're kind of the same, but it looks different, just to kind of give the player a feeling that this is not all on repeat. I think the other thing that I have a problem with is the houses are all kind of the same. So, and there's a way to maybe modify that as well to kind of give the houses a little bit more personality. So we'll do that. Those are kind of the two things that I'm thinking about with, or three things, I guess, that I'm thinking about for procedural generation. So finishing the walls up. And here's a variation of the wall where I used like a rock cliff, but this is a very flat rock cliff. I don't know. It's kind of weird from different angles. So anyway, finishing the walls. Adding some prop variation to the levels. And what was my third thing? There was another one. I forgot it already. Gotta write these things down. Usually I have a big wall of sticky notes for my projects, which I still do. But since I did the, well, fixing this AI is one of the other pieces, but, oh yeah, adding some landscape around the edges, I guess. That's probably part of it. So, oh, and the houses. So yeah, variations, randomized variations, fixing the walls. All right, I just want to go through. And right now we don't have like a lot of, like we could put flowers in, we haven't done that yet. And then we have to think about how far we want to go before we get our demo, right? So what's kind of good enough for a demo so that people see it and like it and not totally trash it. But don't go too far that we're spending another 6 months making the best procedural generation we can, because we'll never get this game complete. So also there's this whole idea of we probably want more levels, right? than just like the village. So I think once we get like some of the procedural generation really dialed in, then it'll be easier to do that. But we still need to create, you know, different sections for, oh, that's not where we go, blueprints. You know, these are the only rooms we have for our village. So with these 6 rooms, we can create a pretty cool thing. So we would at least need 6 more rooms for, you know, the next one or the next one. So I kind of want to do some like more nature areas, a mountain area. Yeah, and then the other idea I had for this was having some like kind of hero rooms. So, you know, like some sort of set piece, like in the prototype I had a big Buddha statue. So like maybe have a Buddha statue that only shows up once in a level, and then maybe it doesn't always show up in the village level. So okay, so let's go through. I'm gonna go this way, actually. All right. This is the bamboo one. I think we have, yeah, so this one's fine. Okay, oops. Who's left? Ah, okay. This is funny. Okay, so I was prototyping inside this thing. none of this code is necessary anymore. Let's clean it up. This is where I kind of came up with how to figure out whether we need a collision or not. But it was only in one room, so I'm not even sure this custom event, this is an overridden event, but I'm not sure it's even needed anymore. Let's save that. Okay, so this is the one that has the bushes that do not block anything. If you look, go to the viewport. Okay, well, maybe not. Yeah, this is it. So like if we do these guys, it's the fence. So pretty sure these bushes, like, the player can just go through. I don't know. They look like they have colliders on them. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have any colliders. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's look at this one. All right, here's the rock formation that I don't know if we really like it. And then all right, well, this one looks kind of done, except that I think we should just replace this with another fence. And then, is it this one? All right, yeah, so this one has not been fixed yet. So if you look here, all right, so this one we definitely have our white walls still. Is there only 2 exits? There's only 2 exits. Okay. This was like my favorite one. Look how detailed it is. Okay. And then is that the only one? Or is there one more? I feel like I'd done all these. Yeah, this one has fences, so fence. All right, I think this one's done. So I think it's just these two. Well, or just this one that is left. That seems surprising. It felt like there were more. What about this one? Oh, this one has it too. All right. Morning, KL. Things are going well. We are just getting some of our procedural generation stuff ready. So, and making it look pretty. Once I get this stuff kind of to a good place, the next thing I want to do actually is work on the enemy animations and attacks and stuff like that. KL, have you seen the original prototype that I made for this game? This is what it looks like. So this is the original prototype that I got. So this is kind of why I don't have like a checklist of things to do, because I kind of have my my prototype is what I'm using as my guide for the current setup. Plus, plus my the procedural generation stuff is kind of new, but so I kind of have a thing to work from of like what I'm trying to recreate. So yeah, within the next like week or two, this is what the current project should start to look like again, but with procedural generation and a little bit cleaner code than what we had when we did the prototype. So yeah. The other thing that's different now, Kale, is I think I'm still gonna have ninjas as part of a level, but not like the main level. Like we're gonna start in the village, we're gonna start with some like bandits. But yeah, the idea is it's supposed to be kind of a cute game, but also a bloodbath. So I think I captured that in this demo. I don't think the current enemies actually ragdoll the same way as the old ones do, so I have to look at that. But they don't fly around, so I gotta look at my code for how I did that. But in the prototype, I spent way too much time getting the blood effects and stuff working as best I could. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, a lot of post processing and stuff, but yeah. So yeah, this is where we're headed, but just a little bit more robust game. So yeah. The other thing this has is an annoying stamina thing. I wonder if I can get rid of the stamina. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So when we dash, maybe not in there. Let's see if it's under here. Yeah, this is the thing that does it. The stamina bar. Like, I think I can let me just do this. Let me just break this. We don't care about stamina. Let's go. Yeah, now we're just infinite dashing attacks. So this prototype I also put in like a day and night cycle, which creates cool lighting, but I don't know if we're gonna go day and night cycle during the game. We might change the times of day in the actual levels, but the idea is that at some point after this initial game, maybe we turn it into kind of more of a Zelda-like, and then that would make sense to have more exploration and day-night cycle and things like that. And also, we'd expand like the way that the samurai can fight, right? We'll make it more technical and stuff, but this current version of the game is more arcadey. I believe it was Hades that had like a really nice dash attack. The first Hades, not the one that just came out. I haven't played that one yet, but I mean, top-down roguelike shooters all seem to have some sort of dash, but yep. So that's what we are working towards again. So yeah, I think if I keep my pace and keep the don't stray too far from just trying to like get things on the screen, then we will get there. But I'm trying to keep the project a little bit cleaner, because this is hopefully the production code that we're doing now. So anyway, so yeah, if you compare that right to what we're doing now, I guess some of these we're gonna have visible walls, even if yeah, I can go through them now, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so like now we have, you know, these procedural village. So instead of the kind of the same map over and over and over again, we've got this, and then you can see the guy's ragdoll, but I don't know, they don't do it as well. And then we don't have the blood effects in yet. And then once I start doing the initial pass for the effects and stuff, we'll look at the perspective again. This is a pretty good perspective for clicking on the screen, so we might keep this perspective, but as you could probably see with the prototype, you can kind of get a lot more view of the action, right, with the other perspective. So yeah. All right, so let's get to our meshes here. Don't want to run out of time today, but we will. All right, let's click this box. We're gonna do this one first. All right, and then we'll pull in a fence. All right, we will delete this cube. We will pull this forward, down. All right. And then we will duplicate. I'm a little wary of all the graphic work we're doing, but gotta have decorations in a level in order to make things work, so. All right. Let's call that for now. Okay, so what is this one? That one. All right. Pull in another fence. I've determined that doing it this way, instead of duplicating what's already there, is a lot easier. So for some reason, duplicating inside a blueprint makes everything wonky, so we'll just pull in a new mesh, parent it right to the box that we want it to parent to. Right. Oh yeah, the other piece of the thing. Bastion, how's it going? Unreal's the best. Love how it looks and easy blueprinting. I enjoy Unreal as well. The nice thing about Unreal is definitely the blueprint system just makes things very fast. I mean, you can get really fast with things like you know, Unity and Godot with like the, you know, once you get a hang of their API. But I don't know. There is something to be said for the speed of blueprint and stuff. I don't know. It feels easier to prototype in and build and even just build a game in. So that's been my experience. I don't want to tear. I want to tear. Okay. Ooh, I messed up. Okay. This is not correct. Okay. So delete that one. It parented to the cube, which is not what we want. Okay, let's try again. There we go. All right. So with one where the house is like right on the edge, we can like put the fence like up against the house instead, and just use the natural piece of the level here. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Bastion. Bastion says that we should promote Unreal Engine for like beginners, and that they just used it for a game jam. I think that's oops, what did I just do? Control Z. I'm not being a very good example here. Okay, I don't want to duplicate my collision box. I want to duplicate the fence. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think Unreal could definitely be for beginners. I really recommend it for people who like already have a good art style. Like if you're already able to make stuff in Blender, you know, you went to art school, you can make pixel art, something like that. And you've never programmed a day in your life, I would definitely say don't worry about trying to learn, you know, C# or something. I would go and try to learn Blueprint because to get where you need to be with blueprints probably is a lot faster than learning a whole programming language if you're not a programmer. So I'm a programmer who wishes he had art skills, so that's probably where I'm biased. All right, the next thing we need to do is I just think art skills are super important for the solo dev in this current day and age, because everyone expects indie projects for the most part to look really great, and that's really hard if you're doing it solo and you're not an artist. So all right, we have finished this one. Let's go to this one. Was it this one that these are all fences. I think these are fine. I think the only thing that was wrong with this one was I think we determined that the bushes not working properly. Let's see. Must be this one. It's visible. Oh, we got fences across this one, so I think that's fine. The only piece that might be a problem is like right here. Someone might be able to slip through. We just put something here. We got all these new rocks. I wonder how big these rocks are. Probably gigantic. Oh yeah. It's a little too big. Where did this end up? It ended up as part of the floor. Control Z. All right, so the way that I have this hierarchy set up, I really need to make sure I have geometry selected and then drag it in. And then it should just, can I press F? Yeah, there we go. All right, here's our rock. Ooh. Also, you can move all of the geometry if you, which is great for making different floors and stuff like that. So you made all of your 3D models with an AI engine? Wow. That's interesting. I think one of the issues with AI is it's so new and so somewhat divisive for people, that if you make something like that and then people, and you tell, you know, I mean, you got to be honest, but you tell people that you're using AI, a lot of people might be turned off by that. People have pretty strong opinions about using AI when you should be using an artist or whatnot. So it's just kind of a dangerous thing to employ. You know, maybe someday if it really becomes, you know, an acceptable practice, I think, but I'm kind of steering away from AI really. Yeah, I think it's hard. It's hard as a solo dev though to you see these tools that can do certain things. I've never done it with 3D models though, but you see all these tools that Photoshop will generate you some random image or whatever that you might need for promotion. And I don't know, if you look at it though, you can sort of tell some of that stuff is AI generated, and it's not going to be as good as like a human doing it. And there's certain AI generators that are like really like you can definitely tell it's like machine made or whatever, not human made. All right, this is gonna block, so that's good. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I've been working on kind of steering away. I even bought my own Wacom pen tablet so I can draw. So I can draw some of my Steam capsule art. I think that's another place people are trying to use the AI for, but like, I don't know. I think people are looking for that human touch, and especially like if you're a small indie thing, like what you have as your brand is that you're the person that's making the game, like it's your personal game that you created. So if you rely on AI to make it, then it kind of takes away a bit of that, like um, a bit of what makes an indie game special, right? If we just rely on, oh well, I want to make a AAA game and I'm going to use AI because I'm only one person, but that will take away the fact that you're crafting this stuff by hand. So I think people are looking for that the human behind the game, not just like you know a game that looks perfect or something like that. So I don't know. I think the AI is a difficult thing to get around. And the other thing AI doesn't seem to do for us is it doesn't seem to know how to use blueprints. So I think if you use blueprints, you're probably still okay. Oh, here's this map I haven't fixed yet. All right. So yeah, I've played around with AI, but I don't think I would use it currently in a commercial project. So, but that's just what I understand about the market and stuff, and I wouldn't want to risk people not wanting to play my game if I used AI. So, but maybe that will change someday. Maybe people will accept it, but as a programmer and as a game dev, it's kind of like um, it is kind of one of those existential threats. Like, is it really going to take over everything and make us obsolete? I don't know. All right. Delete that bot, my cube. All right, this is another one that we can kind of just and if it is the thing that's going to take you out of the equation, how long do you resist it, right? So yeah. That being said, I'm sure for a game jam it's probably fine, and that no one's gonna get mad at you. But just something to keep in mind if you're trying to release your game commercially. I think the market is kind of grumpy about using AI right now. Now, if you write your own procedural generation and then you let the game create it, that's not the same. So, all right, let's go. I don't think I'm going to be using fences for everything, but this is one way to finish this task. So, let's delete that cube. I haven't come up with the only other variation I have is that mountain wall, and then the bamboo forest has a different thing. I don't know. Do we just expand this across? What's it gonna look like? Yeah, it does look good. Currently the perspective is like here, you know, so like if we expand the mesh a little bit, they're so low poly, it's kind of doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. All right. Was that it? That's all we have? I think that's it. I haven't decided whether we need to block off like this area too or what. I guess we'll find that out in testing. Is this hanging off the edge? Yeah, let's move this. Okay. All right, now we need to control grab them all. Not visible and collision. I'm setting all this stuff to no collision so that the enemy AI nav mesh that generates doesn't generate with walls, so that our guys can walk around, and then we generate the walls, and then they get blocked. So, all right, shall we test? Let's go. I'm gonna pop it. I need another hack to disable the timer because I'm getting tired of having only 1 minute to look at stuff. All right, and then we're going to press home, make ourselves invincible, and then all right. So this here, I think I might have just accidentally left this invisible because I don't think it should be there. Yeah, it looks like this map has the walls. Okay. All right, so that's blocked off. That's blocked off. That's kind of blocked off. Blocked off. Blocked off. Blocked off. So we're looking for the edges. Like this isn't blocked off. What's up with that? And that's not the start. So this is something's glitched there. Okay. Let's. All right. I think the only people who ever, I guess I had like 1 or 2 people come on to the Twitch stream and comment, but most of the time I get just like spam text in Twitch. So I don't know if Twitch is super useful for my stream, but all right. So which one? This one. All right. These need to be. Okay, so we need this and this. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do though? I want to grab. I don't really like. I'm gonna change this to a fence. So. Okay, good. And sometimes the incorrect things show up when if you've selected the wrong box. So, all right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna grab a fence. That did not work, did it? Oh, wait, maybe it did. All right, good. And then we're gonna get rid of these 2. And then we have this. Move it down here. We in there. That's fine. Sometimes they line up like perfectly. Okay, so we have all these now. That's it. Okay, so now we need to. Oh yeah, this is the one with the bushes, I think. These bushes are not. I guess the issue is actually don't really understand. Pretty sure my levels are all the same size. So why does it go 3 across pretty easily there, and then when we try to do 3 across here, it's like it's not. I guess we're pretty far off the edge here, maybe. Maybe that's the problem. Let's go. Don't go over the edge. All right. And then we can move this down a little bit. And then we can move this down a little bit. We could drag off another one. But yeah, look how much we have. All right. Okay. That seems good to me. All right. All right, so now we have the fencing goes all the way around. All right, now let's just make sure. I'm gonna delete these, I think. I'm just gonna delete these bushes. All right, so now we have to take all these, and all these, and then check our visibility and our collision. Okay, and we have to set these to no collision. All right, compile. Ooh, some bad. Oh, yeah, this is just leftover stuff, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we didn't need that in there. All right. That was our experimental section, so this one happened? Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. All right, and then the other thing I want to do is I just want to go to my level manager again. The level manager, I thought I had a here, let's open it up. I thought I had a game timer. I have a time limit. I have it set to 60. I don't have it. Okay, I see. All right. All right, let's just make it 1,000 seconds. All right, good. All right, actually, delete. Yeah. Just want to make enough variations so I can see that we did what we needed to do. All right, now we're going to generate. I'm going to make my guy invincible. And then all right, let's see here. We've got walls around the edges. So there's a little gap here. It's possible that they can walk around through these trees. We'll have to see that. All right, this village here, this one here, this configuration with the barrels and the 2 houses. Can we find that anywhere else? Because it's got one side that's missing. Yeah, same here. So, okay. Which one is that? No. It's 3 houses. This is the barrels of the 2 houses. This is messed up. box here is messed up. All right, let's get to this. Let's go visibility. This is gonna probably mess up our fences, so I think I must have moved it. All right, and then we can go here. And then they're like different rotations or something. It's so annoying. Okay, it's fine. Figure it out. Okay, let's do this one. All right, is that the right height? All right. That should do it there, I think. All right, now I feel like there was another one that was broken. Let's look. This one? It doesn't look broken though. This one looks fine too. All right, let's look at these guys. And these guys. Oh, there's three though. Let's exit one. Okay, so here's my question. Do I have like my collision? All right, that's fine. That's fine. I think that's fine. Hmm. All right. Collisions look good on these. Visibility is gone now. All right. I guess we'll just see if it. They should be fine though. They're all exits. They have their everything's underneath the box. This is how it's supposed to work. So all right. All right, here we are. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was. Is this the two house with the two barrels? I think it is. No, it's this one. This one's the problem. Wonder why. I think that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. And the one that's failing is the house with the two bushes. I wonder if it's the problem with debugging right now is the level map just like gets really angry. All right. I wonder if it's too close. I don't know. Pretty sure this is how I have everything set up. So okay. Is that the only one that doesn't work? Yeah, it happened a few times. It seems to be only that one exit. So I'm gonna guess that the way this logic works is it says if this is not overlapping something, I think I can pull it out a little bit. I don't know. The fences are going to be messed up again, probably. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, let's just compile that. Try again. Oop. Let's go play. All right, double barrel house, where are you? All right, there. Okay, was this it? No, this wasn't it. Okay. We're gonna have to regenerate the map. Maybe down on this side here. This time, we just decided not to generate the double barrel people on any edges. That's a way to solve it by the procedural generator. Okay. Let's remember what we're looking for here. Okay, here's a way to do it. Ready? We'll just add to our geometry. We're going to put I don't have anything cool. Okay, well, we'll just put this rock formation. All right. Okay. Click on our rock, put it right here, and then we're going to scale it a little bit. We're going to make like a rock tower right in the middle. Perfect. Okay, and then the AI guy is going to have to slide over because he's going to fall on top of it. All right, we should be able to see that from the sky. Okay, compile, save. This. I keep doing that. Okay, that. Let's make this. Okay. Okay, so we're looking for our pillars. All right, so we got a bunch. This one looks like an edge one over here. Let's go over and see. I think we solved it because this configuration here was failing. So I think we just had a problem with our exit being like up against the mesh, and that was causing a collision, which would mean it wouldn't it would just think that there was something there, and there wasn't. So should we leave this cool rock formation? I think if we had like if it was more of a fantasy setting, I would totally do that. Okay, I think we've completed this phase of the wall stuff. The only other thing that I think could improve this is some sort of like landscape all around the level. You wouldn't necessarily be able to, oh no, oop, let's go here. Oh, uh-oh. I think my guy died, maybe. Can I move my guy here? Nope. Okay. The only thing that would improve this is like this area here we need to fix, which is the start room, which we kind of have control over, I think. And then adding like some grass here or something. So like we could, from our start cube here, right? What if we just added a big plane? We did it like here, and we made it a billion. That was weird. Oh, I know why. Okay. So we want to make it, and then we'll make the, I don't know if the thickness really matters, but all right. Definitely. Definitely broken it. Why is it black? What's going on? Okay. Is it just too big to fathom? All right. Here. Okay. And then, sure. Okay. And then if I press play, I press home. So now you have this like grass area. Let's see. It's not the right color. Okay, and it's a little bit low. Like there's collision boxes underneath this stuff that makes kind of the testing for whether or not a level should generate. So if we get the right grass color, which we can from our floor here. So that's this, all right? And then, all right, and then we can lift it up a little bit. I don't want to generate a nav mesh on it. So like you could do that. And then it's like, it sort of just lets the level blend in, right? And then the other issue that I think would make it even better is if you put some meshes on it, but the meshes, we don't want them to get in the way of our levels, and we don't want, like, we really don't want them to have colliders probably, right? But like we could throw in a couple of these things. That doesn't look that great, but and then I don't know. See, now I'm building the nav mesh, so if we, I don't know if we can even see them. Let's see. All right, so like something like that, right? Like, so there's a little bit more variety on the outside of the map, but I feel like we would need to set it up to be smart because you could be in danger of having like a giant rock formation in the middle of this, right? Like this is pretty close, right? This is kind of right there. Does this work? If I drop my guy right here, yeah, it worked. Okay. Part of the debug is you can switch into this flying mode, right? And then move to a different part of the map, and if you press 2, you end up in the map. It's just a little disorienting with the change in camera perspective, but all right, so like this is, like if we had generated another, we wouldn't generate a room here because there's a wall here. So you could encircle this with like your bounds too, actually. Like we could do something like this. Watch. It's gonna cramp our style a little bit. It may or may not result in being able to generate a 5 by 5 room. All right, and this is kind of our stopping point once I play with this, but right, let's make another one. All right, so these have collision boxes on them, and because they have collision boxes on them, the level knows not to generate if there's a collision box on them. So, all right, so if I hit home now, we can't even, I don't know, anyway, let's see. Can't even see the giant cliffs, but I'm sure there's a place where we've bumped up against them. Maybe not. Did I make it too big, too small? Now I'm stuck. Okay. So you can see them out here, but they're... All right, so the place that you can see them is over here. So if I drop... Okay, this is not good though. Is this that house with the two? It is, right? So I move the exit out, and now we're generating a foot away. So I need to figure that out. That's not good. Okay. But if I drop my guy in, so he's stuck here. There's something weird going on here. Are we in the mesh? What's going on? Why is it? We can't go any further because this has some janky... Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got this collision mesh like all the way across like that, which doesn't work right. All right. That was just one way to do it. But maybe that's why we're not generating really close to the... All right, ready? We're gonna do these guys. At least we know what we're doing. All right, and then we will move it back a little bit so the player start could have a... Oops. All over the place with my stuff here. Okay. I think I need to lower the other rocks here. Can't see. There it is. All right. If we do that, and then these guys here, let's see. Need to lower them. Right, like that. That. Like that. Okay. Now if I press play. All right. So yeah, well, that was interesting. So this level just got totally eaten by the rock formation. And same with this one. So maybe because like the rock formation wasn't detected and it's not a level, so it won't the collider that checks to see whether we should have actually built it doesn't work. So anyway, this is the idea. We can figure it out later. This is like a super lazy way, right? We just put a bunch of walls in. Oh, sorry, code. Yeah, it is. We are everything is based on this yeah, kind of tiles and stuff, but I can support other shapes. I just kind of have a tile set up right now. So yeah. And then I'm trying to see how we could add some stuff around the village, but and then I press play here. I can show you. It supports like a huge amount. And then so we can generate like big maps if we want. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Coyote Code said it was cool. I won't repeat what else he said. Yeah, I can show you real quick because I have to end my stream pretty soon. But I can show you what the original looked like. And I have an earlier stream where I kind of talk about this, but there's another YouTuber I think I linked on my channel too that kind of went through like this really long process of creating a system, and I followed what he did, and I obviously made it my own, but I really liked his style, so I created it my way as well. And this is like a dungeon type generator, and this is what my code is based off of. So I made this first, and then I brought it into my samurai game, and I adapted it to make the samurai level. But you can see, oops, that's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna die. Play, let's bump up our, so I can use this random generator to make like you know, multi-level dungeons. It's a bit dark, this one's buried, but so you can kind of keep going up and up and up the stairs here. Try to find to that exit point that I have. That's that glowing red dot. Sometimes it generates it so you can jump out onto the ceilings of stuff, but yeah. Okay, what's your question? Let's see. So in your one, I noticed you have your village house, your villagers inside of them, right? What's the controls? How many? Is it random? So the villagers, basically each tile has a spawner. So like if we look at this one here, right? We've got houses, and then this just is set up to spawn one enemy right now. And it just spawns right on. Basically, I think there might be like a second delay, but it spawns like right after the game starts. So if there are, you know, 10 tiles, there'll be 10 enemies on them. The original prototype of the game has kind of the spawners. It's the same spawn class that I created, but it has a kind of an infinite spawning system. So these guys will just keep spawning. And so this is kind of an infinite wave prototype of it. But I'm gonna make the game more of a roguelike rather than like a Vampire Survivors like. So there might be an element of like respawning guys to make the level interesting, but I haven't quite landed on the gameplay yet. But this is the, I don't know where my mouse is. That's my problem. Okay. Yeah, so I'll show you that. So the tiles, so this was like my prototype level. I just made this, right? I just put it all together. And then in the current version, each one of these is a tile. So to make that map, we actually only have 6 tiles. So these are all the meshes that I'm using. And I don't have like a prop generator yet, but I will have that too. So we'll add more randomness to the tiles. But inside here we have these. There's 6 tiles that we're making, and each one I made by hand. Yeah. So there's that one, and they're all based on a base class, and then so the programming can be done kind of in one thing, and then we can generate off of them. The walls after the thing is created that come up so that you don't walk off the map are kind of also hand placed. They're just hidden. So like this fence is what I was working on earlier in the game, in the stream. You can see we just enabled this fence here. So this gets enabled procedurally when we determine that there's no map here. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we put these together by hand. Yep, each one. So, and when I make a new kind of quote biome, we'll have a whole nother set of tiles. And so yeah, with 6 tiles, it kind of turns out pretty well, right? Actually, that's gonna be not gonna work. Yeah. Like even if I go up to like 100, I don't know, it takes a while to press key 100 times. But... All right, so like, you know, there's gonna be repetition, right? Especially with this thing, because I was trying to find it. So I'm getting rid of that big tower. I'm not really what I want, but it is needed to debug that tile. So actually that tile still needs to be debugged, I think. But yeah, even with the with this level of tiling, see I have a glitch here, but it doesn't feel terribly repetitious, I don't think, but I'm working on like what do we do with the empty area, right? So I just covered it in green grass, but that doesn't look super great. So we might pull in some more procedural scenery at some point to kind of make it work. Yeah, this the edge here is messed up, so we're generating a little bit too far away. I wonder if it's screwing up the rest of it, but yeah. Doesn't look like it, but could be pushing the offset. Oh yeah, sorry. They are going to be bandits. Yeah, they're not. They currently don't have any weapons, so they look like civilians. But yeah, they're going to be bandits. They're not. Yeah, my son said the same thing. He was like, "Why are you killing the villagers?" Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be bad guys. They're going to have like spears and stuff. I did think about having some villagers that run away, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to have them. I'll have them run into their houses. Is that what you were asking earlier? Yeah, that is on my mind. But this game is supposed to be kind of a little bit like, you know, an arcadey roguelike versus like some story-based thing. That the story-based thing is kind of I'm thinking about doing that in a yeah, this looks like a village massacre right here, huh? The story game would be a follow-up to this. So if this game was successful enough, I'd like to make kind of a little Zelda-like type samurai game. But in the interest of keeping scope down, can you believe this game has scope? But in the interest of keeping the scope down, this is going to be a little bit more actiony and then leaning on the procedural generation to try to bring the content, make the content interesting, I guess, is the idea, right? How many, did I make this 100? 100 level thing. So like if I'm gonna give myself invincibility. So yeah. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they are our enemies. Yeah. Well, all right. I gotta get going. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back tomorrow around 6:30 in the morning, East Coast time. So and yeah, keep checking the channel to see what happens next. All right, save everything, and we are going to make sure we commit our work. What did we do today? We just fixed some auto and walls, but we didn't completely fix it, did we? Okay, push. We're close though. We're just gotta fix that one now. So there you go.